Well, good morning. It's that time again of getting your car MOT'd. 1 year since I've owned that little white car. So I've left it at Lydden Hill and I'm going to walk home. It's about a mile and a half. It's going to take me 50 minutes. But you take advantage of the fact that you're able to walk, and I've got my camera with me, so I'll make the most of it, because as we head up this road, and it's quite a long walk, we'll get to the woods and I can cut through the woods, get to Wootton that way. But I'm bound to see all sorts of things that please my photography eye, and I'll take some pictures. But I think for the most part this dual carriageway isn't that enticing for photography, and it's busy. So I'll see you at the top. You know what though? Even as I'm walking up the hill, I'm seeing lovely little aspects, trees, gates, rolling meadows. Look at this, isn't it like something out of Microsoft wallpaper? And actually, stopping just as I go up the hill has got to be the solution, right? Because look at this vista behind me. It's wonderful. The rolling meadow. I think I can get a pano out of this. So let's pop that there. There's a lot of traffic here. Stay with me, camera. 4-shot pano, I think, just of the meadow and the horizon. Putting the trees smack in the middle. It's a farmyard shot. Looks like I'm going to do 5. Not farmyard, meadow, isn't it? And then crossing the busy road. I love the trees with the gate and the field. It's all quiet again. It's not very long because it's a busy road. Just capture that one scene. English countryside. I'm out of breath. I'm nearly at the top, but I just spied this and I thought, I've never seen that before. But of course, why would you when you normally drive up here and it's a very busy dual carriageway? But look at this, what the Kent County Council have done. The Roadside Nature Reserve. Management of this protected verge has been tailored to maintain and enhance its wildlife interest. Rare and declining habitats and species, I suppose butterflies, that's what we're thinking. But I want to do some woodside stuff, so I've still got to walk up there. I might actually get to see some butterflies and wildlife as we walk through the woods. We continue because I've got another 100-200 meters to go where that chevron sign is. There's a cut through and we'll go through there. Right, let's get off this busy dual carriageway. We'll cut through here and be at one with nature. Wow, already I'm mesmerised. Woodland. It's just killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Getting the car MOT'd, but also taking a lovely stroll through the woods with camera in hand. Great for the soul, great for the mind, and great for the camera if I can pick up some images. Let me just gather my breath and we'll continue. I think the last time I came through here, this was all muddy and horrible underfoot, because you've got the dirt track. They do their motocross with the motorcycles around this little area, because it's got lots of little cut throughs. You can imagine them, can't you? Trying to keep on their bike as they come up the hill here. So I can hear an overhead aeroplane and I can hear birds. Have a listen. How pleasant. So we're on a public bridle way comes out on Gedinge Lane. And on a dry day like this, I'm just not going to get, you know, sodden feet. So actually quite nice. Now that we're off the dual carriageway, it's relatively flat now till I get to my home. There's only 2 minor hills to go up, but having just walked half a mile up a dual carriageway, I think I can handle 2 little hills. So now it's just a case of walking through, seeing if there's anything to see. Look at that with the wheat and the lines. Isn't that beautiful with the farmhouse in the background? It's got to be worth a shot. Look at all the little bugs on here. Is the camera picking it up? Having a feast. I've got my very handy K&F Concept sling strap, so the camera's at waist height. But I'm thinking just a vista here with the lines. I could do it at 18 just as is, and I could actually probably just use my mobile phone for that. But I'm going to crop in, lose the fence in the foreground, put the lens on lock. I'm thinking not too far on the left, so I'll have to come forward a bit because of this bush here. Yeah, I can get something out of that, can't I? I'm using aperture priority and I've fixed it on f8 to get the sharpest pin sharp image I can, I'm hoping. Because I think the range on this sensor, and depending on what lens you use, f8, f7.1 f8 is usually a good focal range for sharpness with the D3200. I've been getting some great comments about that last video. I did a video November last year, preempting the fact that 2026 was, you know, going to be approaching, and I put this video out, link up here, and it's had like 11,000 views. I'm lucky if I get 300, 400 views on a video at any given time. Although my last one with the Stick of Rock bus has had 800 views, but that D3200 kind of review has had 11,000 views, and I think it's resonating with people who still stick with old kit. I love this camera, you know. I will upgrade one day, but for now it does what it says on the tin, as they say, for the old Ron Seal. Or was it Cupridor? Anyway, here's that image. I'm going to walk on. I spied some rubbish. Isn't this tragic? People dumping all their stuff. There's rosettes there for horses or best in breed. That's got to be an indicator of who this rubbish belongs to, right? There's a drum and some bedding. Maybe it's someone who is homeless. Let's go and have an investigate through here. What is that? Another drum. I think we must have had some, what would you call it, new age types? If there's a drum and there's like seating area, I can imagine people here, you know, getting in touch with nature. Is that what new age does? Just musing, because I saw something on the road as I'm walking along. Ah, drat. I saw this scene, I've just photographed it back there. But this is a more open plain. Should have done that one, but I'm not going to, because I've done the picture now, haven't I? Anyway, onwards. Sometimes I feel like the world is closing in on me, all the bushes. One of the joys of walking through a country lane is that you spy things and you think to yourself, I know it's not a super photo, but the framing and the shapes and everything. So they've obviously been felling trees. I think it was in the background here that they were felling the trees. And they've stored all the wood there. They've stopped anyone trying to get in by putting this log in. But I like the fact that this tree here and the overhanging branch kind of frames this little scene. And it's absolutely not an award-winning scene, but it's got to be done. It's the countryside, isn't it? Get it down a bit. Get the log in. Because I was only using f8 and I wasn't considering exposure. I did 2 shots there, so I blended them together so that I could get the right exposure in the foreground as well as in the background. Because half the battle when you're doing photography is post-processing. If you're taking shots on your camera, on your phone, then you do all the processing using apps, don't you? Snapseed and maybe even just the phone's own photo editing processes. But when you're taking a shot with a DSLR compact camera, then you have to rely on the software that you've got on your computer or your Mac to enhance the image. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody does it. Right, onwards. I'm getting covered in bugs. I'm walking through buzzes of flies, hordes of them, and even though it's dry and pleasant enough to walk on, I have to be careful because it's uneven. So I could stand on this like that, and then my foot would go doink, twist an ankle, right? I'm being very careful as I walk through here. I think we're coming to the end at last. Uh-oh, more litter, double glazing. We'll get rid of your old windows and install new ones. Put them in the van and then drive down here, carry them into the woods, dump them. Atrocious. Yeah, we're coming out now. Yay, on to Gedinge Lane. This is on the back side of the Lydden Hill race circuit, so you'll see that as we go along. Ooh, and there's Lydden Hill at the top there actually, you can just see it. I like the hay bales. Can I make something out of this? Hints and signs of a waning summer. What are we today? The 18th of June. It's not, summer starts in 3 days' time, although meteorologically the 1st of June is summer, right? But for the normal equinoxy things, summer solstice is the 21st, rolling into the 22nd, I believe. I've always thought it was the 21st, but I often see people say it's the 22nd. I might put a definitive thing on the screen here, just by Google checking it, so that everyone knows. But I'd like to take a shot of the, what are they, hay bales? Maybe with one in the foreground, and then shoot up into the scene. I might have to clone out the Lydden sign at the back there. Got some sheep over there, black sheep. Got a leaf stuck in the camera. And the camera's all wet. Let's go down under here. No, I can't do it. Just the summer. Hope if I turn the camera on. Are you seeing me? Yes, you are. Just checking the DJI is tracking me. 2 shots. 1 shot. 2 shots, just to get everything in. It must be butterfly season. There's one sitting right on a leaf there. I'll try and get as close to it as I can before it flies off. Come on, open your wings, fella. Watch it buzz off as I get closer. Yep. And it flies down the lane. I'm chasing after you, butterfly. Bit of farmland here now. There's a lot of jets in the sky. I think what I might do, I might have captured a couple of shots that were not shown on the camera, and so I will inevitably do a gallery at the end. Birch's Farm. Look at the flowers on there, beautiful. There's a public footpath somewhere, there it is there. It says, keep to footpath. Where are we? And you can walk right through the people's garden and go beyond the tree. Public footpath in their back garden. I like that. Look at that, old industry, old farm implements, some kind of container for their what do they do? Weeding the tractors. I like that. That's going to be photographed in a minute in some aspect or other. Uh-oh. I've attracted the attention of the horses. This one's coming over. I didn't want it to come over. I want to take long distance shots of horses. Let me set the camera up. Hello. Hi. How are you? What are you up to? Oh, you got flies all over you. Yeah. What are you doing? You've got horse flies on you. Poor thing. I'll keep away from you because if you've got horse flies on you, I'll probably get one on me. He's walking away. He's had enough. He realised I wasn't someone he knows. Gotcha. It's just somebody that you used to know, right? A couple of horse shots. It'd be nice if they put the head up. Just 2 horse shots. That'll do. Now, how can I take the best? See, the sun's shining on it and I've got all the rust and everything. And it could be a shot from here. And if I come around this side. Yeah, side on, lots of sunshine on there. That might work, eh? Stay. Photographer of things. I took 2 shots there because the first one was overexposed. Now I've set the camera to ISO 100. I've turned off auto ISO. So forcing it at 100, best for the image, and I've got it at f8 on aperture settings. So unless I adjust the speed myself, which I can't do because I'm in aperture, I'd have to go manual, right? Then it dictates the speed. But it overexposed, and that's where exposure compensation comes in. So I knocked it down to minus 0.7 and it adjusted for the light. Got to think on your feet, right? Right, onwards. Public footpath here. Oh, poppies. I'm going to go in here, see if I can take a picture of the poppies on the edge of the field. Look at that, glorious red. It goes all the way up the hill. I've seen this when it's rapeseed, and it's glorious. Let's see if we can get some nice poppy footage. It's all covered with, what are they, wild daisies? Lovely. I want the ones in the sun though, so that means coming through here. Oh, look at that setup. That's glorious. There's a lot of little bugs on them. There's some insect on there, some kind of fly. Lots of these little black bugs, which I had on me coming through the woods. At the risk of not being able to get back up, I'm on my knees. But I just think that's a nice shot. Very pleasant. Now let's get in on the poppy. I don't know if it's going to be a good shot because it's got all the little bugs on it. But there you go. What are you going to do? Clone everyone out? I can do that. Come on, lock in. Oh, there's the one I wanted. Get a nice bouquet going. To lock the back button focus because the front focus wasn't working. Are they harvesting early? I love it. You've got 3 tractors. I don't know what he's doing. You've got the one with the bales of hay on the trailer, and you've got the pickup truck or forklift truck. But I think that's a industrious type of shot, don't you? He's collecting them in the far distance to put on the trailer. It is an odd one because people don't like their images being taken. But I like taking a shot of kind of the industry and something different, but I think the tractor's coming out, so I better get out of the way for a moment. See what he's up to. He'll probably tell me not to take a picture of him. JCB going up the country lane. Lovely. Let me crop in, get a bit of tractor action across the field. Only because you can, right? I like that they're doing all the bales. What are they? They've obviously harvested the grass and now they're just collecting it. And it may well be that it's a farmer who's got his own livestock and he owns the field, and now he just needs to gather up the grass to feed them for the winter. Because surely that's what you do, right? You harvest for the lean months of each of the years. I'm wondering in this stark weather or light whether I can get a nice black and white image of these bale type things. Could even do some what is it, ultraviolet. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm just going to leave it on the camera. I don't see a photo worthy image here. I can see those ones, they're nice, but maybe from up there, but I don't want to walk back up. Because that's all it is. I'm just walking, I'm not composing fantastic shots for portfolios. Not that I have one, of course. I never pushed it beyond doing videos for YouTube. Rightly or wrongly. You know, start the channel, then set up your own website, sell your images, do a portfolio, get hired as a photographer by some company or other. We like your photographic eye. We'd like to hire you to take some specific images. We'll fly you out there. And you could say, look, just take your company secretary with her phone, she'll do it. Because I'm a lazy so-and-so. Procrastinator is my middle name. I like this.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
Go on, do it again. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. Interesting. I saw some of these on a video when I did St. Margaret's Bay, and these Lego block things were used to block up an old bunker. They've obviously used it to support the gravel and make an edge for the edge of the field. There's a scene. Industry in the countryside. Isn't? That was the hardest hill. There's one more to get to Wootton. I'm nearly done. I'm nearly at home. Loving the poppies. Why do poppies grow just at the edge of crops? Very pleasant. Little house. Let's take a shot of the house. It's a lovely shot because you've got the trees almost covering it, but you've got this crop coming up the foreground. I like it very much. And the only way to make it interesting is to put the house on the left-hand third. Putting it smack in the middle, it just doesn't give you an aesthetic look. I'm just walking down, seeing a bridal way, and I love the setup. You've got a house on stilts, a barn, an old Mitsubishi, another barn, and a little cottage. What a sweet scene. But if I go any lower, as the path goes down, I lose the field, but that's not fun. I think I want a shot of the brown wood with the trees. Let's get the camera ready. Still in aperture priority, still working f8. It wants 1/250th of a second. I just want the little farmyard. Because that's all this video's been about. I'm doing a walk. I'm obliged to do a walk because I've dropped the car off at Lydden Hill. Not Lydden Hill, Lydden Garage. And the alternative is catch a bus from the Lydden Bell, goes up to the Old Gate Inn at Canterbury, that's the number 16, then you cross the road and wait for the 15 to come up from Canterbury, and then you jump on that bus and it drops you at the Jackdaw Inn at Denton, and then let's just walk up the hill. £6, £3 each way. I might do that this afternoon when I have to go and collect the car, because you don't want to see another video of me walking back the same way. I don't know, maybe I could just take my camera, do more steps. That'd probably be a good thing, right? If the weather holds out, I'll probably just walk back this afternoon. Fingers crossed it passes its MOT. There's nothing, you know, everything seems to be working on it. All the lights work, all the wipers work, indicators work, fogs work, tyres have got excellent tread. So the only thing I can think that it might fail on is that it's got a bit of a rumbly exhaust, but that might be the Boy Racer exhaust that's on it, which I didn't put on, it was on already. Or it'll be those niggly things that you just don't know are going to happen, so you'll have a worn bush on a steering track rod arm or something silly like that. Who checks those things on a daily basis? Not me. Right, one more hill to go up. Yeah, so what I was saying, assuming it passes, and he doesn't say I need to keep it in for a day or to do a day or two to fix the things that are wrong, then I'll be going back to get the car. Private land, no public access or right of way. And then you see this, well, apart from the barbed wire on the fence, you see the path and you think, I wonder what's up there. I want to go and investigate, but you can't because it's private land. Fair enough, but it does look inviting, and I like the way that whoever owns the land has cut the grass right on the edge as it goes up the footpath. Where on earth does it go? I'm going to capture a picture. The picture won't capture the essence of the sound that I'm hearing, all the birds. But here's the shot. Yay, I'm home. Well, not quite there yet, not far to go though. Just up past the church. It looks like the fallen tree, it's actually getting some new growth on it. You see the little sprouts coming up. I can't imagine it's the tree, it's just nature growing, isn't it? And the church, rather lovely. Norman church, not Norman's church. Oh, fair worn out. I thought I might get some nature shots, but animals are elusive. They hide themselves from us, don't they? Okay, I think I'll wind it up there. I will have taken, well, I know I did, random shots as I was walking, so I'll leave you with a little gallery. Thanks so much for watching and tagging along my walk as I drop my car off for its MOT. Coffee is waiting, maybe a little bit of toast. I should have eaten before I went. I feel shattered. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye for now.